Kia ora, good afternoon and welcome to Paradise Botany. My name's Michael Domigan alongside Josh Kretschmar. It's our privilege to bring you tonight's coverage of the Botany Swarm versus the Phoenix Thunder NZIHL game. Josh, bit of an interesting matchup ahead of us after the NZIHL action last week.
Yeah, I mean, as a Swarm fan, I'm a lot more nervous than I kind of thought I would be going into this game. Phoenix Thunder, they looked incredible against the Admirals last weekend, putting up 8 goals in the first game against Chuba. That's not an easy feat. Chris Eden joining that team, I feel like has made such a big difference. That top line is incredible. Stegman, one of the imports, is looking really good as well. Yeah, super excited for tonight.
Eden in Dunedin, as a lot of people were coining it, an immediate impact in that first game, wasn't it? I believe the sort of transfer, the announcement was only made on that Friday, just a few hours before the game, so a big impact player for that team now, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. And one thing that I quite like that the Thunder have done this season is they're actually a very similar team as they were last season. I feel like every season their roster changes up so much. It'd be really hard to get a lot of that cohesion and chemistry, but yeah, they're very similar to last season, so they're just kind of continuing on.
Yeah, undoubtedly that has been one of the Thunder's challenges, over the last few years, especially university town, players coming and going. So as you say, hard to form that cohesion in a team, but obviously last weekend they had it all figured out.
Yeah, absolutely. Now jumping to the Swarm, they also completed a very significant feat last weekend. If I've done my data sleuthing correctly, that's the first time the Stampede have lost by more than 2 goals at home for a whole decade.
Wow.
And I've only been watching the NZIHL for a decade now, so that was actually the first time I've ever witnessed that. So very cool to see. Swarm are looking really good. They didn't win on Saturday, but yeah, they're going to be hungry and they realize that this is going to be a very important matchup for them.
Let's be honest, Swarm, Auckland fan or not, a split weekend against the Stampede at home, that's always a momentous achievement, right? That's 3 solid points in the bag that for a very early start of the season are still important points.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's also just going to give them confidence as well. Like, it's really hard when you're constantly facing up a team where you kind of don't think, oh man, this is going to be another tough one. I don't know if we can do it. But the boys are really going to be believing in themselves tonight. And Grace Harris as well. I can't forget her, saving Grace. She played really well in that first game. Yeah, really excited to see how the season goes. I mean, we just launched the league predictor kind of thing on the website. It was a terrible week to have launched that because there were so many upsets. I don't think many people probably got any points. I think I only got 1. So
yeah, I think there was one person with 6 points. So it's 1 point for getting the result correct, so which team, and then an additional point for getting the margin correct. That is the score difference. So yeah, like you say, what a challenging week to be predicting scores.
Yeah, so yeah, let's see how we go tonight. Some really good points totals there. I thought he was pretty standout with their game against the Admirals.
All right, sorry about that, folks. I believe that's the audio back. Bit of a short staff tonight for tonight's coverage. Myself, I'd normally be behind the computer controlling things, but having to step in on commentary. So we'll do what we can to bring you the usual coverage. Hopefully that's the audio back now.
Yeah, I'm just getting a whole lot of text messages as well saying, where's the audio? Yeah, we're back. Just about to go for a puck drop here. Starting lineup for the Thunder, as I said before, really dominant. Got Steitley, Jackson Flight, and Luke Talon as well. And we get underway. Thunder winning the first face-off. They're just going to dump that into the corner. Outbeaten by Steitley to pick up the puck. We have Steitley, at least on the roster, he's listed as a defenseman. It looks like he's playing tonight as a forward. We've got Outwell laying a hit there on Steitley. Steitley going to dump that puck around behind the net. Talon picking up the puck, going to dump that behind again. Intended for Flight, but messed up there by Atwell.
Some early pressure here as we see Sandoy now picking up the turnover, but some early pressure here from the Thunder. You know, that relentless sort of forechecking that we saw last week, obviously paying dividends for them.
Yeah, they're going to want to come out as fast and hard as they can, get up a bit of a goal lead, make it a bit easier for them in the next periods.
A few fancy moves there from Cole Beckstead. He did a pretty ripper of a goal against the Admirals last weekend that made the highlights reel. Ooh. That first shot on goal, big rebound.
Yeah, awesome to see Beckstead back. I love seeing imports come back for a second season. Shows that there's something at the NZIHL we're doing right, and encouraging international players to want to stick around for a bit longer.
Yeah, well, Cole Beckstead as well, the general manager for the Dunedin Ice Hockey Association, being a menace with the puck still, isn't he? So, yeah, great to see him, as you say, stay around for another season, but also step up into a paid role for that Dunedin club. You know, evidence of the growth that ice hockey is having in New Zealand. Yeah,
that's awesome here. Hopkinson almost had a good shot in the slot there. Eden, new Thunder player, now with the puck. Taking a shot, but that is blocked by Wimmer. Wimmer laying a hit on Stegman there. Hopkinson now with the puck to Wimmer. He's going to dump that up, but Stegman collects that on the point. Puck just kind of bounces up with Harrison to collect it there.
That's about the best type of rebound you could hope for as a goalie, isn't it? Straight up and you just extend that glove. Let's have a look what that was like on replay.
Not sure what that replay was, but that's all right.
That was last weekend.
That was last weekend. I don't know how we managed that, but there we go. Oh, good shot by Darling on the point there. Harrison able to see that as she was not screened.
So as we said, folks, being a bit short-staffed here tonight, Josh and myself doing a couple of people's worth of roles. We'll get there. We'll get things up and running.
Big hit there by number 9, Orr. Joe Orr, also relatively new to the Thunder. Shot from the point there. Harrison a little screen, but puck did not get past her. Thunder with lots of pressure, just trying to make space. Looks like they're really going for the shot from the point. Oh, hit there by, I couldn't actually read the number there. Everyone getting a little tied up. Kushnerek now off the puck. He enters the zone. No one supporting him there. Just kind of put it on the net. I will apologize. Last game, and I think other games where I've commentated, I've been mispronouncing Kushnerek's name. I've got that correct now. Thunder with the puck behind the net. Just going to look to dump that around the boards. Collected by Sandoy. I don't know if he knows Stevens on his tails. He manages to skate away, use the goal to kind of create some space. He passes over to March. March looking for a pass. Tried to pass it to Kozak, but that was blocked by Steven. Sandoy by Harrison now stopping the puck, make it a bit easier for Sandoy to collect, make the next play. Pressure on him, but his tall stature is going to make it really hard to get the puck off of him.
And that's not your eyes deceiving you, folks. That is 2 Stevens on the Phoenix Thunder, Benjamin and Sebastian. Number 34 is Sebastian. So there are 2 Steven brothers out there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, but they're originally from Auckland, right? Are they just down there for studying?
I believe so, yeah. So once again, a perfect example of that Thunder roster that is so varied with, university semesters, players deciding to go down and do university in Dunedin.
Thunder now at the puck, going to pass it up along the boards, but Wimmer will collect that off of them. Wimmer elects to do the same move with Steitley blocking there. He enters the zone. Good pass to Flight, who isn't able to collect, but Dalmatau now off the puck. He passes over to Jonsu, who takes a shot, saved by Wilson. Flight now off the puck, stolen by Dalmatau. Jonsen hits Flight there.
I've been quite impressed with Wimmer, particularly the start to this season. Very much in my mind, the next sort of Luke Simon, young player coming up, getting more and more ice time, a nice solid option there on defense, as we see a pretty nasty play in front of the net there.
Yeah, I'd agree, Michael. Wimmer, I think, has made a real big step up from last season. Only had a couple games, but he's very noticeable now on the ice, making the right moves. The problem with kind of young defensemen is a lot of them just kind of generally make mistakes, and that's kind of the mark of a good defenseman is just how little mistakes you can make. And Wimmer is, doing quite well on that. Kushnierik now off the puck, skating into the zone, dodges the referee there. Stegman on his tails. Oh, a pass to the slot, but that stops. Steen now if it takes a shot in the slot. Good positioning there. Steen with the puck, passes back to Hay. Oh, Hay almost falls into the Thunder bench there from a hit. Thunder now off the puck. Stegman takes the shot, but that's blocked. Blocked by Tula.
Seeing that shot count come back up almost on parity now. Swarm managing to get a few opportunities on net.
Swarm still actually have a few players missing from tonight. Oh, Atwell now off the puck. Pass that over to Kim. Oh, Kim with a good hit on Orr there. Just knocking him down. Kim's first season for the Swarm.
Speaking of players there on the Swarm there, Josh, great to see Jackson Fontaine back. Sustained a bit of an injury in the Trans-Tasman, the New Zealand versus Australia series, so great to see him back wearing that number 9. Shot
there from Kim, high and wide. Swarm notably also have Polozov, who is still in the roster. Unfortunately, I don't have the insider information on the deal with that. But yeah, hopefully we can find out soon, and Polozov will be back as he's a key player for the Swarm. Quite a few Swarm players from last season have also left the team. A couple to go to Australia. Robin Vordanov and Connor Parr have moved overseas. Wishing them all the best, playing in the NZIHL. Thunder with the puck, good pass, but unable to make anything of it was Lewis.
Some big news, speaking of the NZIHL, as we see a bit of a check there. Canberra Brave will be playing in a new arena this year. 2,500 seater capacity, I believe, on the news article that was put out. So well done for them. Great to see hockey continuing to grow in Oceania.
That's pretty cool to hear. I know the Sydney team's also not playing because their rink's currently being redeveloped. So yeah, it would be great if we could see maybe some rink redevelopments done in New Zealand as well. Wimmer now off the puck. He's almost wanted to skate the whole way. Jonsen, the sniper with the puck, tried to do a move, unable to keep the puck on his stick.
That's a few checks now that have been lined up by the Thunder that, a Swarm player has managed to avoid right at the last moment.
Yeah, both teams are kind of known for being kind of big hitters, which is a little interesting because both of them, their home rinks are the Olympic size rink, which makes it a little harder to actually have the physical type of style be effective. If you're the Admirals and their really tiny rink, you can just kind of hit all day and just use that as your advantage. But yeah, both teams using their body to create plays. Wimmer passes that up to Kushnierik, who kind of loses that in his skates there and picked off by Ortis.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. We're approaching the 9-minute mark without a single stoppage in play.
Yes, yeah.
And as I say that...
we did actually have one before.
Oh, we did?
Because,
okay.
Grace Harrison made the save. But that may have only been the second stop.
Yeah, that's the second stoppage there. That's right.
Ian Ortis doing the face-off up against Atwell. I've been very impressed with Ian Ortis as well. Last season, he were one of the youngest captains, if not the youngest, in the NZIHL, and he really stepped up. Incredible goal scorer, got lots of assists as well, also really young. So he's got a real bright future ahead of him.
Absolutely. Well, Ian, also one of the faces of the World Championships coming up in Dunedin. Dunedin City Council actually putting out an advertising campaign promoting the series, and Ortis being front and centre on that with a black eye. Now, interestingly, no makeup required, because just a few days before that photo shoot, he received a big, great save there by Grace, a big check to the face that resulted in that lovely black eye.
He was probably wearing that black eye pretty proud though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Bexted with the puck, looking for a lane to shoot. That went just over the net there. Stegman with the pass. Over to Eden. Shot. That may have come off of Harrison's pads. Stegman with the puck. Oh, another shot. That was tipped potentially by Ortis there. But that went wide of the goal. Stegman with the puck again. Swarm have got to stop letting Stegman have so much puck possession. Wide open net there as well, but Thunder not able to make anything of it.
Yeah, Thunder with a lot of good control of the puck behind the goal as well, setting up for someone in the high slot, almost towards the blue line.
Delmatel for half breakaway here. Jonsson with support. Oh, just shot. That went underneath Wilson's pads there for the save. Take a look at that one on replay. Yeah, Delmatel with the space on the side. Going to cut in. Jonsson going to try and make space there to give Delmatel space to shoot. But Wilson had his eyes right on that. Hopkinson with the face-off against Orr, just to the right of Wilson. Sandoy with the puck, dumping that to the corner. Steen battling for it alongside Hans. Thunder very close to offside there, but stays on. Orr with the shot. Easy save there by Harrison. Sandoy battling with it with Enright. Oh, we have a penalty. Sorry, I missed that. Hooking penalty. Potentially, to Sandoy.
We'll have a look on the replay here, see what we can pick up. As play goes into the corner. Yeah, no, that's definitely the right call there. Just using his stick to kind of push him out of the way, which is, not allowed in the game of ice hockey. So Thunder on the first power play for tonight. Stegman passing over to Bexted. Bexted passing into the corner to Orr. Orr passing that back to Bexted. Onto the point. Eden on the right point. He's looking for space, looking for a pass. We'll kind of just chip that up. I'm not sure if he intended to chip that or whether that was blocked. Stegman with the shot, saved by Harrison. Simon with the puck. He needs to get that out of the zone. I just realized Simon's not wearing his usual number 4. He's actually wearing number 7 tonight. So apologize if I end up mixing him up. Stegman with the puck, over to Eden. Eden enters the zone. March on his tails. March just going to push Eden. Pass over to Bexted. Over to Stegman. He's going to do another point shot. No, he passes to Eden. Wimmer, good positioning by him to not let Eden get to the puck, but unable to get the puck out of the zone. Really good zone time for the Thunder on this power play. Puck to Stegman. Stegman taking his time. Looking for a pass. Pass to the point there for Bexted. I thought he was going to take a shot there. A little bit of a fake. Pass through the crease. I think Stegman's shot was just to the left of the net there. Eden with the puck on the point. Stegman collected that with his skate. Stegman tried to pass into the slot, but was blocked by Swarm, and the Swarm managed to get the puck out of the zone. They need to go for a quick change. Get fresh legs on. Thunder, they may have only swapped one player out there. They're going to stay low. Oh, man, that was just off of the post there. Harrison did well to kind of keep that out. Hay of the puck over to Thula. Oh, there's a little bit of an elbow there. Maybe he missed.
ref is much closer than I am. Oh, puck went through Harrison, scored by Stegman. I couldn't see exactly where Stegman got Harrison there. It was either 5-hole or just above her left pad. Hopefully we can see on the replay. Yeah, kind of just missed her glove there.
So a mistake there, unfortunately, from the Swarm, just failing to get that puck out of the zone, straight to the Thunder player, lines up for a shot and in the net.
Yeah, so 1-0 Thunder. A total of 10 shots already in the first period. Just noticed we got the ref with their hand up, which likely means a penalty. No, I guess not. Not sure what that discussion was about.
Love to see the Thunder fans bringing their merch, their kit up to Auckland, as we see a fan in the distance there with a Thunder flag, not afraid to almost say, hey, look, this might be an away game for us, but we're going to make it home.
Yeah, this is very impressive by the Thunder. Definitely the best I've ever seen them play. March with a shot from the point. Atwell collects that from a rebound behind the net. Kozak trying to get the puck there. Puck just kind of bounces the wrong way for Sandoy. Flight with the puck up to Lewis, that is. But that's going to go for icing.
So we'll just take another look at this goal. We see here the puck just not cleared. Straight to the Thunder player, waiting, lines up for the shot.
Yeah, not a great move by Tula. I'm not really sure who he thought he was going to be passing to there. I mean, kind of the one rule for any sort of goal-type games is don't pass the puck or the ball or whatever in front of the net, and that's exactly what he did. Wim with the shot from the point, but pad saved by Wilson. Good move there by Simon to just make some space for himself. Thunder passes that to Steven. Shot into the corner. Going to be collected by Simon with Lewis on his tail. Lewis just gets that puck off of him though. Dalmatau now with it. Tried to get that puck to Jonsson. Unable to get it. Lewis now with the puck. Dump into the corner.
Very controlling game from the Thunder so far, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, Thunder, like, they know what they're trying to do. It's not a case of, oh, we'll just try and put pucks to the net, just try and do shots. Like, everything is actually really planned out, you can tell. The players are moving into the right positions. The passing is pretty good. Swarm able to break up some of the passing zones, passing lanes, but not all of them so far. Thunder win that face-off there, taking it behind their net. Puck to Talon. Behind the net, Kushnierik's going to pick that up. Behind the net, intended for Steen, who collects that to the point over to Tula. Tula's shot from the point. Don't think that was tipped, but there was definitely an attempt. Saved by Wilson.
One of the better opportunities for the Swarm here so far. You know, let's have a look at this play. Just the one Swarm player in front of the net, like you say, couldn't quite get a tip on the puck as that was gobbled up.
Hayden Potter going to be doing the face-off tonight. He's one of the linesmen.
Formerly, and possibly still, one of our live stream crew as well. So we wish him all the best as he gets more and more ice time as a linesman in the NZIHL. Great to see, you know, young officials getting those opportunities.
Yeah, really awesome to see. Eden with the puck, a little bit of a move. Beckstead now with the puck. Atwell breaks that up. Tula now with the puck. Did the smarter move that time, going for the boards instead of right up the net. Good to see. He's learnt that one. Kim was battling there. Long pass up for the Thunder. Picked off by March. He's going to skate through. Drop pass to Kim. Oh, just whiffed on it. So unfortunate.
Some nice positional play there between Beckstead and Eden. You know, they've been together as teammates for, 8 days now. Beckstead coming up that right-hand side. A no-look pass to Eden across to the other side. Just didn't quite make the connection, but in 8 days to see those kind of plays, that awareness of each other, very impressive.
Yeah, elite players usually know how to play with elite players, and you can see that they they kind of just know what the other person's thinking, which is, yeah, very impressive. Thunder now off the puck, skating into the zone. Taking a shot, that was blocked, went wide. Puck on the wrong side of the net there. Sandoy now with it. Ooh, a little back pass to Kopdev, who safely collects it. Oh, stick between the legs there. Probably should have been a tripping. That's all right, we play on. Enright with it. Oh, puck almost bounced the wrong way. Very lucky that the puck went the right way there. Steven now with the puck. Oh, for some reason didn't take a shot. Just drops his stick. Maybe it was broken. We can't tell from here.
Yeah, very tough with that goaltender mask on. You lose that peripheral vision. As we see here, the Thunder. Oh,
good, just kind of sticking the leg out by March. He's one of those players who'll just put his body on the line there. Puck bounced off of the stanchion there, causing a little bit of a disruption.
What goalie pads? I can do the butterfly, March says, right in front of the net, blocking that shot.
Yeah. March of the puck again. Oh, aimed for the ref's head there, maybe. He had to duck there. Sandoy with it. Oh, no, bounced off. Steitley now with it. Oh, sticks all in the way. Almost Sandoy tripping over it.
So let's have a look at this opportunity here for the Thunder. As we said, puck comes bouncing up, and Grace, just that peripheral vision, not able to see where that bounces. Great to have the Swarm defense there, able to collect that and at least bat it out of the way as we get ready for a face-off with the Swarm's defensive zone.
Thanks for your comment, MG, regarding having some new commentators. Yeah, always good to kind of get some new faces in front of the mic. Oh, Hopkinson just took a puck to the face there. No whistle. We're just going to continue playing. These hockey players are tough. Oh, puck just wide. Very close chance there for the Thunder. Hopkinson, yeah, skating off. He's very shaken up there. I don't know where it got him, but yeah, he does not look good. Oh, man, really good long pass up there. Thunder have done that a few times now, just finding the passing lanes to very quickly change from defense into attack. You constantly hear a lot of NHL coach saying it's all about that transition game, and that was the Thunder right there. If they've got the puck on their goal line, it's only going to take them a couple seconds before they're back onto attack. And
we see here the Thunder just relentless in that forecheck. You know, that pressure, the Swarm with the puck behind their net, you know, coughing it up like they did when when the Thunder scored.
Yeah, icing call against the Swarm there.
We take a look here with, I believe it was Jonsson.
No, Hopkinson. Right to the face,
yeah.
He does have the visor, but yeah, you're not clutching your face that much in that much pain if it didn't get you on the face there. Yeah, Swarm continuing to really struggle to get out of their own zone. That's definitely going to have to be the discussion in the locker room in the intermission. Stegman with the puck. Yeah, passes that up. Oh, man. Harrison coming out. Batula collects that, passes over to Hay. Hay tries to get out. He does. Kozak with his help. Dalmatel with it, and Fontaine trying to make some moves, unable to get anywhere. Jonsson, Dalmatel, ref said Dalmatel hit that with a high stick, with Jonsson collecting the puck afterwards, causing a whistle.
Just while we have a stoppage of play there, Josh, the Botany Swarm would like to thank Commercial Painting Limited for their continued support and their sponsorship for the 2025 season. Thank you, Commercial Painting Limited.
Thunder win that face-off there, but they elect to pass back to the Swarm. March with it over to Remy Sandoy, the new Wayne Gretzky. Kopter with the puck, passes to the centre to Dalmatel. Jonsson just managing outside. Dalmatel with the shot. I'm not sure if there was a save there. It was very close. Thunder with the puck. I think that's Beckstead with it. Long pass to the other side of the wing to Eden. He passes that to Ordis. Saved by Harrison. Kind of a weak shot to the net there. Kind of got through. almost a very similar play as they got to the first goal, except it was a Thunder player making that pass. Darling with the puck, passes that up to Eden. Eden takes a bit of a hit there. Darling again with the puck, passes out to Ordis, over to Beckstead. Beckstead to Eden, right in the slot. Good opportunity there, but saved by Harrison. Eden with the puck behind the net. Not able to make anything from that. Puck to the point. Swarm again, not able to get the puck out of the zone. Blair with the puck, taking a shot, saved by Harrison. Simon, good stick left to get it. There we go. Simon got the puck out. I don't know what the call is. Oh, we're screaming for the time ran out. Usually we do have a horn play a sound, but it looks like it didn't happen that time. So yeah, that's the first period. 15 shots for the Thunder against 6 for the Swarm. Thunder looking very good. Almost all the zone time was in the Swarm zone. Yeah, looking very good for the Thunder.
Yeah, very dominant play for the Thunder, and I'm sure probably a bit of a wake-up call for the Swarm, I think. You know, they would have seen the performance that the Thunder had last weekend against the Admirals, so hopefully it didn't come as too much of a surprise. But I think for many, you know, this is a very different Thunder to the last few years. A very dominant Eden in Dunedin type Thunder now, so great to see. Obviously, the more competitive all of the teams are and the closer the games, the better for the league and the better for the competition in general. So, yeah, look, a very long season ahead still, but a very dominant Thunder early on.
Yeah, make sure you stay tuned, guys. You just have no idea what's gonna happen in this game. I'm not sure if the timing is correct here, but while you're waiting, maybe jump over and watch the Sky City Stampede taking on the Canterbury Red Devils. They're likely in the third period now. I don't know what the score is myself. But yeah, jump over that while you're waiting. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second period for the Botany Swarm hosting the Phoenix Thunder. Josh, bit of a different first period to what I think most people may have expected there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have expected that going into the season, but after, watching the Thunder play the way they did last weekend, I mean, I've now learned to expect the unexpected. We just took a look at the score from the Red Devils Stampede game. Red Devils currently in the lead. We've just got some wild stuff going on this season. This is something that I feel like the league's kind of needed for a while.
Far too early in the season to start making those sort of predictions and wild card guesses. But look, as we said, I think the start of the season has been a lot different to what people would have maybe thought would have continued from last year, with sort of that typical sort of Stampede, Admirals, Swarm dominance that has sort of presented itself these last few years. Yeah,
I was kind of hoping that I'd maybe take another trip down to Queenstown to watch the finals, but that's definitely not guaranteed now. Who knows where I'll end up traveling to.
Well, and a shake-up with the way the playoffs are going to work this year, obviously, with the 2 rounds of semi-finals, really changing things up. And it was interesting talking to Andy Hay at last weekend's NZIHL game against the Marco, that he said, of course, you want to win every game, but, it allows a bit of grace with that double semi-final format, that maybe if you don't have the strongest start to the season, you're not finding yourself at a huge disadvantage come the end of the season. I think his words were something along the lines of, wanting to really make sure they were at their best come the end, and then obviously dominate the semi-finals to secure that final position.
Yeah, that's definitely going to shake some things up as well. We're very close to getting underway. I think we were maybe just having a little bit of a delay because the rink still looks very wet, in my opinion. That might not be showing up very well on the camera, but it looks a little bit like a bathtub out there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that affects the play. Obviously, water and a gliding puck don't go all that well.
Yeah, if there are issues, you will notice that players will kind of like pass, and then the puck's just going to like stop suddenly.
Yeah.
I've played under those conditions. It's very frustrating. So these both teams are going to have to pass a lot harder than they're kind of used to.
Yeah, particularly as we see, funnily enough, the puck managing to find its way around the board's fine, but that can also be a dangerous puck goes out of play there. That can also be a dangerous moment for the team as well. You go to pass that puck behind the net around the boards, only for it to find a puddle in the corner and come to a sudden stop.
Yeah, no, usually we kind of should be waiting for all this to freeze over, but we're probably keeping to a tight schedule here, so we're just going to get underway. Swarm with the puck. Fontaine trying to get that out. Stopped by, Outwell now has it. Stopped there by Stephen. Lily.
So what do you think, Josh, the words to the Swarm contingent would have been from the coaching staff during that intermission?
I mean, I definitely know what the Swarm were kind of doing wrong. I don't exactly know how you would try and... Oh, we'll get a penalty on the play. So we'll just discuss this before I continue on. Just waiting to see what the call was. Interference.
The Thunder player on the breakaway there just coming to a complete stop, literally with his hands in the air saying, what? Not too sure what happened. We'll see if we caught that on the replay. No, we didn't. So the Swarm will go on the power play for the first time tonight. The commercial painting power play.
Going back to kind of what was discussed in the locker room. I mean, their main issues that they had were not able to getting the puck out of their zone, and also the Thunder had so many chances in high danger zones. The slot area right in front of the goalie. It's going to make your life a lot harder if you don't kind of fix those things up. Jonsson with the puck. A little bit of a twirl. Oh, big hit there by Beckstead onto Jonsson to cough up the puck. Dalmatau now for a pass over to Simon. Simon, the defenseman, skating through. Oh, still able to keep possession. Pass over to Dalmatau. Shot off the crossbar, but that does not go in.
I believe that went off the left and upright, so a double bounce off the crossbar there. We got that on the replay, hopefully, so we'll take a look. But best opportunity
Oh, Chenzo with the shot, saved by Wilson's face there, off of his helmet, and
So
out.
We'll
Good
take a look at
chance.
this replay here. I believe it was off the left and then top position, or maybe not.
No, I think just the top crossbar. It did take a little bit of an odd bounce right to the Wilson's left. Thunder with the puck. That's Eden. Going to take his time, try and kill that penalty. He'll dump that. No icing. Kushniak with the puck behind the net. Pass that over to Sandoy. Sandoy to Kushniak. Kushniak not able to keep a hold of that puck. Gets into the zone. The puck now leaves it though. Sandoy with it. Sandoy just getting hassled by Eden. Almost could have been a call there, but we're going to play on. Kushniak with the puck behind the net. Back to, oh, sorry, that's Atwell now with it. Back to Kushniak. Oh, puck still, sorry, so hard to keep up. The puck's going a little bit everywhere here. Eden with it. Oh, good chance for the Thunder, sure-handed.
A dangerous player, too, to have that puck on a short-handed opportunity, on any opportunity, really, let alone a short-handed one.
March with it, skating into the zone. Drop pass to Kozak. He passes that over to Delmatel. Shot in the slot, just high. Kozak battling. Kopte with his shot, high and wide to that one. Storm have got to start getting their shots onto the net. Full strength now. Maybe that felt like a very short power play. Thunder with the long board-to-board pass. Stegman with it behind the net, the defenseman. Playing high. Oh, just whiffed on the shot there. That was Enright. Matt Enright, a veteran in the for the Thunder. Played many, many seasons for him. I think originally from England.
So we see once again the Thunder just coming out dominant. You know, a couple of opportunities there for the Swarm on that power play, but you wouldn't have said it was a overly successful 2-minute advantage to them. So we see once again just the Thunder hassling.
There's Koptev with the puck. Passes that to Sandoy. D-to-D pass to March. D-to-D pass back to Sandoy. Oh, ref taking a hit there from Sandoy. Ref manages to get back up. Just blocked exiting the zone. Swarm still struggling to just get the puck out of their defensive zone. Koptev with it to Delmatau. Blocked again by Lilly. Koptev with it. Puck, kind of just stolen from him there, or stealing the puck. Bit of a mess in front. Harrison's able to kind of get her way through to freeze the puck for a face-off.
Yeah, we see here on the replay, once again, that puck coming out from behind the net. Thunder just somehow able to either intercept those clearance passes or, just maintain that possession. Close opportunity for them here as Harrison was able to collapse on top of that puck and stop the play.
Swarm with the puck. Tula passing that up. Went straight to Stegman's stick. Hay with a little bit of a hip check there. Blair with the puck over to Lewis. Kushniak gets that. It's a shot. Hopkinson, a little too close to the goal to make a good effort there, but decided to kind of just shoot it and get what he could. Puck in the corner, picked up by Beckstead. Pass to the behind the net. Up to the point. Hopkinson does well to retake possession on that. Kushniak with the puck. Hit there by Blair. Just enough to kind of mess Kushniak up. Swarm not able to make anything worthy from that. Beckstead entering the zone with the puck. Just a skate in the way by Wimmer.
Great play from him once again. Like I said earlier, really starting to show himself on that defense position there.
Yeah, he's thinking more than just what his stick can do, but also what his skates can do to play defensively. Really good work by a young defenseman.
So here we go again, Josh. The Thunder, let's have a look on the replay. Once again, puck down far behind the net. they managed to maintain possession or get possession off the Swarm, and just a nice little couple of digs there of the puck against Grace before she's able to stop the play.
Any older kind of NHL fans watching may recognize that as Gretzky's office. The Thunder definitely trying to utilize that strategy. Well, we've got Fontaine for a little bit of a breakaway here. A little bit of support, takes the shot. Not able to get on net, though. Was probably hoping that we could get a rebound off of that. Kozak with a shot in the slot, blocked.
Blocked there by Flight. Great positioning for him as he now makes a change.
Hans picking the puck up. One of the imports for the Thunder. I think he's only played high school hockey over in Colorado, but having the North American blood is usually an advantage enough against the Kiwi players. Oh, pass on the slot. Oh, just shot it high and in. Scored by Beckstead, I believe.
Yeah, great control by the Thunder. Able to make advantage of that situation. We'll see here on the replay.
Yeah, Thunder
just a bit of mess in front of the net, although does get the pass through and across top shelf.
Thunder just making Harrison have to look both east and west to make any sort of save.
Yeah, very tough. Great coverage there actually for Grace to get back across to that left side, but that puck going up top, the glove going down low, that's never going to end well. So 2-0 now to the Phoenix Thunder. Shots 18-7. Once again, we've said it a few times already, a dominant performance from the Thunder.
Sandoy looking for the puck, but battled there by Stegman. Dalmatau just chips that out, trying to give himself a breakaway here. Oh, a little bit of a spinorama there. Oh, shot by Jonsson, but saved by Wilson. Very good chance there by the Swarm. Dalmatau just creating the play, created some space with that spinorama. That's really cool to see.
Yeah, just the Thunder players just getting back enough to get Dalmatau off that puck. Really interesting observation here. The Thunder bench, you know, they look like they're having fun. There's a lot of yahoos, there's a lot of cheers, celebrating, you know, each individual moment that goes their way. Not so much seeing that from the Swarm. They seem a bit rattled. So, you know, mindset this early in the season, you don't want to make too many assumptions, but seeing that type of mindset from the Thunder, very promising for them.
Yeah, some defense there by the Swarm, blocked by March and Hopkinson. Pass to the point to Lilly. Lilly with the shot, goes wide. Stegman within the corner. March blocks the pass. Kind of does discus pass over to Steen. Doesn't help anyone though. Another shot by Lilly, but that's blocked and hits the net and out. So we'll go for another face-off to the left of Harrison there. We got Atwell facing up against Joe Orr. Quick face-off there. Hay with the fake pass. Dump that out of the boards. Sort of looking better. Managed to get the puck out, but yeah, they're going to be called for offside there. Potentially going to be called for an intentional offside? No, it doesn't look like it. Fontaine was definitely saying it should have been intentional. But that is not the call there.
So we see the Swarm taking their time, Atwell, to get to that face-off position. That rule change this year coming into effect with those face-offs, I believe 5 seconds after the referee blows the whistle and that puck is dropped, whether the players are in position or not.
Oh, interesting. Do you know if that was a double IHF rule or just a NZIHL rule?
Great opportunity there. No, that's a double IHF rule, I believe.
Okay.
Nate, is that right? Did I get that right? Or not?
Yeah, we think we have that right. Tula with the puck. Pass into the slot with Joe Orr now with it. Andy Hay just sprawling all over the ice trying to make a block. Oh, high sticked there by Atwell. Yeah, make sure we get this one on the replay because yeah, Atwell definitely took a stick right to the mouth there. But it was after the whistle, so
we'll take a look here on the replay. Thunder, great opportunity, and what a save from Grace. Oh yeah, not too happy about that one.
I think Atwell actually kind of lifts the Thunder's stick into his face.
And then Tula, for not really doing much. Oh, a bit of a tap there, love tap. Gets a bit of a cross check in the back as a thank you. So that is Joe Orr heading to the penalty box for the Phoenix Thunder. So the Swarm will go on the commercial painting power play. Let's hope they can, for their sake, do a bit more with it this time around. Yeah, the angle behind the goal actually showed it a little clearer that it was Joe Orr just being a little reckless with his stick. I don't think it was intentional, but it is the player's job to look after their own stick. So we do have the officials having a chat to the Phoenix Thunder bench as they now skate over, ready for this 2-minute penalty kill. Swarm will be looking for a bit more zone time than what they got in the last power play, which currently is not looking like to be the case. Stegman, the defenseman, skating almost coast to coast just to kill time. Stegman collects it back in the corner. Simon passing that up to Wimmer. Eden with the puck. He's fancy with his stick there, takes the shot. That's saved. Harrison with another save. Simon with the puck. We see there Eden, that patience, just a stick handle, wait for the best opportunity and then rips that shot away. Tries to get someone to bite. Wimmer with the puck. Shot, didn't get all of it as his stick was kind of blocked there. Kozak with the puck, close to the point, into the corner for Simon to pick up. Simon battling for it with Blair. Thunder will be very happy with this PK so far. Very dominant start to what was that, maybe the first sort of 40 seconds, only the last 20 seconds or so, the Swarm. As Fontaine now moves in, passes the puck back. Fontaine with the puck. Passes it back to Wimmer. Wimmer pass to Kozak. Shot by Wimmer, and it's a goal! Goal by Wimmer. I'd love to quickly check to see if that is his first ever goal. I believe that is his first goal, so congratulations to Wimmer. Great timing for that goal as well as he celebrates with his team. We'll take a look at that on the replay here. A power play goal for the Botany Swarm. We were just hyping Wimmer up in the first period, and very impressive to be in the right position at the right time. Power play looking a bit more like than what it did against the Marco. Using the correct systems to get that puck hitting twine. 2-1. Now it feels like we've got a better game going. Always good to see at least both teams scoring. I know goalies probably didn't want me to say that, but that's just how it is. Sandoy with the puck. Well, let's be honest, Josh. The fans in attendance, they come for the goals, not for the saves. That's very true, actually, yeah. Sandoy did a deep pass to March. Tried to go for a long pass, but Darling picks that up. Darling also a bit of a veteran for the Thunder. One of the most physical players in the NZIHL. I'm glad I don't ever have to face up against him in any sort of checking league. Thunder currently offside, need a tag. Oh, sorry, no, that was just some other sort of yelling. I thought that was for offside. Kushnierik with the puck. Eden just takes that off of him though. Dumps that out. March with it. March dumps that in. Swarm need to put some pressure on, but Stegman's going to pick that up. Swarm going for a full line change there. They get there in time. Stegman, Beckstead slash on the hands there, missed call. He was wincing in pain. Eden with the puck. Oh, just bodied there by Atwell. Oh, hit there on Kim. Yeah, penalty. That was going to be a boarding penalty there. As we hear 5-minute chants coming from the crowd. Beckstead smiling at the referee. We'll see if we can take a look at that on the replay here.
Beckstead's probably not happy with the missed slash, but doesn't really give you any right to lay a hit like that. That actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was when I watched that live. It's still a little bit of a dangerous hit. You got to make sure that whoever you're hitting is able to kind of take that hit safely into the boards. Yeah, and that's going to cost the Thunder dearly as they now are back onto the penalty kill.
That's right. Well, the Swarm on their commercial painting power play, their third of the night. And just like that, the Thunder able to dump the puck down the other end.
They beat the chase, though. Flying his way to the goal line. Shot there by by Enright. That was a little unexpected. I'm not sure if Harrison was expecting it either, but she makes the save. Kozak over the line. It's going to go behind the net. Waiting for a pass opportunity to Atwell. Oh, just a good enough pass for Sandoy to collect. Felt it going offside. Oh, good tip there by Enright to make the Swarm have to tag back up. Kushner going to try and get in the corner. He's got Dowling, the big hitter, on his tail. That makes me nervous. Oh, puck right to the crease. Just a few hands in there. Give a little pushy shove. Nothing warranting a penalty though.
Just saying hello. Good to see you again. A new season. How you doing?
Yeah. Thunder defense going to make sure that they've got no one near their goalie. Got to protect your goalie at all costs. Simon with the puck on the point. Pass over to Fontaine. He takes a shot. Oh, it's looking good. Puck's loose. Oh, but Thunder managed to get it out of the zone. Simon with the puck. Sketchy pass over to Delmatal. Delmatal back to Simon. Simon to Fontaine. Fontaine shot in the slot, tipped by someone, but ultimately stopped by Wilson. Still on the power play here. Wimmer, the goal scorer, with the puck. Tying that up on the boards. Thunder looking to kill time. They dump the puck.
Funny we talk about, players are being friends and introducing themselves to each other. Very much opponents right now, but in a few weeks' time, players across the league will be joining together to form the Ice Blacks. So to put those rivalries aside, those differences, and really work as one team. Always interesting to see the guys, come together and rekindle those friendships for the sort of 7 or 8 days of that tournament.
Yeah, both teams have a few players that will be joining for that. Eden with the puck skating into the crease. Harrison being knocked down. I'm pretty sure if the puck even went in, that wouldn't have counted as Harrison was knocked off of her footing there.
We'll take a look at it on the replay. Eden just somehow able to work in, and even with that puck somewhere in the crease, just keeps working away at it. A dangerous player for the Phoenix Thunder. Although well done to Harrison, able to get that left leg against the post, sealing that off.
Yeah, she was still doing everything she could to make sure that puck did not get behind her. Hay with the puck. Swarm veteran passing that to Steen. Tula with the puck, gets away with that. Hay passing that up to Kushnerek. Kushnerek just kind of struggling a bit to keep the puck on his stick as he's receiving passes on the wing. Hay keeping Beckstead out to the wing. Nope, Beckstead escapes it. Oh, wide open net for Eden.
And Eden's still out there on the ice.
Yeah, Thunder are able to almost just keep their top line out there and just wear the Swarm down. It seems like Beckstead, Eden, is that Ordis on their line as well? They've just got all the energy in the world right now. Beckstead with it. Shot from the point, but wide. Steen racing for it against Wilson. It's Regan Wilson. We have the goalie Wilson as well, Rhett Wilson.
So Chris Eden's still out there.
We need to be tracking time on ice on this league.
We should, shouldn't we?
That's a tricky one to do. I've done it with the Kelowna Rockets.
And look at that. So Eden will now make a change. So I reckon.
No, Eden's still on the
no,
ice.
never mind. He decided against it.
No.
I think we're at about maybe 2.5 minutes so far for the shift for him. Fitness obviously really impressive there as he
does go off now.
Makes the change.
I'm sure his coach is fine with that, but if that happened on my team, I'd be very disappointed in my teammates staying out there for that long. But hey, it's working for the Thunder, so keep him out as long as you can.
So we see here on the replay that opportunity for Eden, just couldn't quite get the puck where he wanted to be. That backdoor position in the net, completely open, ready for him, but just couldn't quite get there.
Just checking, yes, Eden is still on the bench. Wasn't sure if he'd go for the face-off either. March dumping the puck into the corner. A little bit of an odd bounce off the boards.
Just keeping that one in too. Luckily that glass pane being a little bit taller at that position, keeping it in for him.
Atwell battling, passes back to Sandoy. Fontaine not able to hold on to it. Oh, almost 3 Thunder players said you can have it. Luckily, one of the Thunder players picked that up. Otherwise, Swarm could have just jumped in for a good breakaway. Dalmatau passing that back to March. March chipping that out. Oh, did that go out? May have actually touched a Thunder player who was on the bench as March was chipping that puck out.
So here's an interesting one for you. As I've got the stopwatch out now that Eden returns. There's about 45 seconds he was on the bench, 45 seconds of gameplay there. And he now comes back out for this offensive zone face-off for the Thunder. So once that puck drops, we're going to hit start on the stopwatch and see how long he's out there for.
So the Thunder are playing with 3 lines tonight. Eden maybe playing on all 3 potentially. Thunder with the puck. Passing that out from Ordis, but picked off by Dalmatau. Jonsson, just off by like half a foot there. Not able to tag up in time.
We see here on the replay, just ever so slightly offside. Would have been a great opportunity for the Swarm.
That's Dalmatau taking the face-off against Ordis. Dalmatau wanting to take a hit there. The Thunder come out with it. Ordis. Just a little bit of a hook there. Thunder bench screaming for a penalty. I don't blame them on that one. Dalmatau with the puck. Passing that. Koptev not able to safely collect that. Wimmer now with it. Dumping that down. Dalmatau trying to pick that off. Not able to do anything. Beckstead with the puck. Beckstead entering the zone. Drop pass to Eden. Eden goes wide.
So we're up to about 1:20, Josh, on the shift so far for Eden.
And you paused that during the stoppage and play, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Simon with the puck behind the net. I think he's changed
now makes a change. So about 1:30. Very impressive stuff.
I just missed what that call was. There was a whistle. I thought it was going to be a too many men, but that doesn't make much sense.
We didn't catch it on this replay here, but a great opportunity for the Thunder.
Yeah, there's
that puck
hooked
coming
around
in.
the hands. Well, we have a face-off in the Thunder zone. Thunder winning the face-off. Very quickly, Thunder managing to get back onto attack. Shot from the point there by Hurring.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. There's a very well-known song, Thunder Only Happens When It's Raining. We did have the last 2 days a lot of rain in Auckland.
Yeah, true.
Does that maybe explain things here tonight? Although, funnily enough, sunny day, so...
Yeah, today's been very sunny. But yeah, I think tomorrow and last week was pretty wet and rainy.
You know you've got some world-class commentators when they start talking about the weather.
The game is too exciting for us to be talking about weather right now. Stegman skating back for the puck. Thunder making a full change. Stegman long pass up. Not able to be collected there by Hurring. We also have 2 Hurrings. That's Jacob Hurring and Max Hurring. Quite a few brotherly pairs in the Thunder.
Yes, actually a correction on my point from earlier at the start of the first period. Just the one Stephen for the Thunder, Sebastian Stephen, number 34.
We have a hooking penalty. I think that's going to the... Oh, no, to the Swarm. Okay.
Going against the Swarm. And we saw there Sandoy. We'll just take a look at this on the replay. We may have caught it. Sandoy just tipping his head up at the roof in sort of frustration at what is a very unnecessary penalty.
Couldn't see from that, but yeah, I think it was behind the play. Maybe a little bit of a make-up call, as there were at least two in my very unprofessional judgment that were missed.
Well, it's going to be an electric last 90 seconds of the second period, and as play comes to a stop, we're going to give a big shout out to AED NZ, the cardiac equipment specialists and sponsors of the Botany Swarm. Don't skip a beat with AED NZ.
Thunder winning the face-off on their power play. Eden with it. Looking for a pass to the point, over to Beckstead on the other point. Beckstead skating through, trying to get a pass to Eden, but Dalmatel messes that up. We've got a chase here. Beckstead needs to play defense. Pass over to Atwell. Not able to safely collect that. That would have been a great chance. Puck's actually still kind of in play here. Thunder now have that. Ordis with it. Looking for that transitional change here. Drop pass to Eden.
As we get into the last minute of play in the second period here, a 2-1 game. Shots 25-13.
Oh, puck just going through the crease there. Always dangerous.
Swarm
puck managed to get out of the zone there.
Yeah, Swarm definitely having a better second period, but we hear some frustration from their players as they approach the bench for a change. As I said earlier, Thunder just looking cool, calm and collected. Relaxed, laughing with each other. The Swarm, a lot of frustration evident.
20 seconds left. Are Thunder able to make anything of it? We've got another penalty to Hopkinson, I believe. Hooking. He was pointing at Hopkinson. Yeah, Hopkinson going in the box for hooking.
5-on-3 for 18 seconds. It's not what you want going into the locker rooms.
That looked like a stick lift to me, but maybe he did get him on the arm. So 5-on-3 for at least 40 seconds. We'll only get 18 seconds left in this period, though. So the Thunder will be starting 5-on-3 for the third period. As long as I didn't jinx it here.
Just a few seconds left in that 5-on-3, and I can imagine if they manage to shut the Thunder out for the last few seconds here, that's going to be a little bit of reassurance heading into that locker room.
Yeah, we do hear the horn that time. Great work. Oh, so 2-1 Thunder. Yeah, going into the third period of a 5-on-3. Looking good for them. The face-off is going to end up being at centre, but they will have a fresh sheet of ice. Let's hope it's ice this time and not water, as that will actually mess up their power play quite a bit. You want to have a really good passing game for your power play, so you want that ice to be as smooth and slidey as possible.
Yes, that's right. Well, a big third period coming up, folks. Don't go anywhere. Well, if you do want to go somewhere, go check out the Red Devils hosting the Sky City Stampede. About 10 minutes left in that game, so should be perfect timing for you. Go check that game out, and we'll be bringing you that third period action here in about 12, 13 minutes. We'll see you back shortly. Welcome back to Paradise Botany, ladies and gentlemen, for the third period of this matchup between the Botany Swarm and the visiting Phoenix Thunder. My name's Michael Domigan alongside Josh Kretschmar, and we're privileged to bring you the commentary of tonight's game. Josh, first thing I notice after that ice cut, it's looking a bit wet out there.
It is. The Thunder are probably not going to be very happy with that, as they're going to be needing some very fresh, not wet ice to help with their power play. 5-on-3 is a good opportunity to score. And then, can I do quick math? Well, they'll have a minute 20 for 5-on-4 afterwards.
Yeah, hopefully for those Botany Swarm fans, that sort of 18 seconds or so, they were able to deny the Phoenix Thunder on the 5v3. You know, maybe settled them down a little bit in that locker room. I'm sure, you know, that 2-1 score is not where they would want to be right now.
No, definitely not. They're going to be, looking to score. Not sure exactly what was discussed in the locker room. Wish I could give you that inside information. But yeah, Del Mattel is playing quite well. I think he's likely the the next Swarm player to score. We will see. We can see Wilson there just kind of
trying to
swashing
dry
some
out
water out of the way.
Dry out that crease, scuff it up a bit, try and get something going there. As you see those reflections, the lights, definitely a lot of water there. So, as you say, not what the Thunder will be wanting going into this 5-on-3 as we get ready to start the third period here as play gets underway now. And right there, puck comes to an immediate stop.
Yeah, you can see Beckstead's actually struggling a little bit, just taking his time, making sure he's got proper control.
Look at that.
That's the water there. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a theme for the first few minutes of this period.
You know, look, it does go both ways. The surface here is evenly wet. It's not as if one side is, you know, disadvantaged and the other isn't, but certainly from a power play perspective, that is not what you want. Oh, my goodness. Having to play a bit of football as Beckstead looks towards those officials, not happy.
Yeah. We're stopping play here. I wonder if it's becoming too much of a concern.
Referee shaking his head, not looking too happy there.
This is not really the type of hockey we want to be watching, so I understand the...
so the referee's telling the players they're going to wait a little bit here. I think we did get on just early on in that start of that play here. We see here the puck. And just comes to a complete stop. Almost as if it's magnetized onto the ground there. So we're going to wait here potentially a minute or so for that ice to, the water rather, to freeze up. We see Wilson going over to the officials to have a chat.
I feel like one brilliant part of ice hockey is you usually don't get any sort of like weather delays and stuff. I know there was a football game last weekend where they had to stop because of thunder and lightning. I thought, it's actually quite nice in hockey. You get to just play inside. But stuff like this will make you have to stop and let nature kind of do its thing.
Yes, it's one of those interesting games, isn't it, where other than the play itself, there's really not much that'll stop it. Maybe a glass pane might break or pop out of the boards, but other than the players and the play themselves, it's very much a game that just continues on.
I'm sure maybe in Canada they've got issues of not being able to drive on the roads because of snow and all that. Thankfully in Auckland we don't have that issue.
Yeah, well, I know talking to some of the sort of North Americans here that, you know, obviously grew up in those environments playing, they'd often reminisce about when there were huge snowstorms, their scheduled rounds being postponed because it was just too dangerous to drive.
As a killing time here, I remember while I was living in Vancouver for a very short stint, the first time it snowed while I was there, I realized I was incredibly underprepared for just my footwear and everything. So that day I had to trudge through snow to get to the local mall to buy some new shoes and everything. It was actually really cool to just see the city just like continue on. If it snowed like it did in Auckland, we would just shut down. We almost shut down just when there's a little bit of rain on the road.
Yeah, I think it was about 2009, maybe 2008, something like that. There was, and I'm using air quotes here, folks, snow in Auckland. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have called it that.
No, there are a few snowflakes you could see.
Yeah, sort of just icicles in the air. So we're still waiting here, folks, as the officials skate around and take a look at the ice. Like we said, wanting to make sure that the surface is evenly dry and frozen over. And the Thunder will be very pleased that this has happened while they're still on the power play. So looking at the scoreboard there, they have, that 5-on-3 has expired. So now just the single man advantage.
Poor Richie Hopkinson just still sitting in the box all alone by himself there. Here we go, get a good camera zoom into Richie.
As the officials sort of kick the puck along the ice and deciding, no, we still need to wait a little bit longer.
Big shout out to Richie Hopkinson. He was kind of my first ever ice hockey coach. Taught me everything I know, really. Which I don't actually know too much about playing hockey, but he taught me it all.
That's the hockey community in general in New Zealand, isn't it? I mean, you know, these guys, the amateur players, they pay to play, and on top of that, they give back, which is awesome to see, and great to see. You know, I'm sure for them, some of the kids that they may have coached or been signing autographs for 5-10 years ago are now actually their teammates in the league. Awesome to see the average age of the league coming down slowly but surely. Something not slow, something coming up fast, the World Championships for the New Zealand Ice Ferns and New Zealand Ice Blacks in Dunedin. Monday week is the Ice Ferns' first game. So the Division 2B World Championships for the Ice Ferns and the Ice Blacks are being hosted in New Zealand, in Dunedin. So do make sure you get your tickets. Visit the Ice Hockey New Zealand website to find out all the information for that, as the officials have now signalled. After a few-minute break, we're going to look at getting play back underway here. That surface still looking a bit damp in places, though, isn't it, Josh?
It is a bit. I mean, definitely a lot better than when we first started the period, but yeah, not perfect.
Yeah, hard for the camera to pick it up, folks, but where you can see the really bright, shiny lights, those are the wettest parts of the ice. We
likely will still see it kind of... Yeah, there we go. Right, just stopped right there on him.
So, if this carries on, it is going to end up being an advantage for someone that they can capitalize on.
I would hate to see it, but it'd be kind of entertaining if this wetness just kind of causes a surprise goal. Stegman with the puck. Let's get back into this. Beckstead with the puck. Pass into Eden. Looking for their power play chances. Puck through the crease, but no goal there. Stegman with it. Stegman passing behind. Not an accurate pass there. Simon trying to get in there, but Stegman collects it.
10 seconds left on the power play for the Thunder.
Stegman just everywhere, playing every single position.
And the Swarm bench rallying, celebrating as they get that puck out. Clearing and back to the 5-on-5.
Yeah, so good penalty kill by the Swarm. A little bit of an assistance there by the Zamboni. Oh, big hit there by Atwell. Atwell with the puck now. I know, Andy Hayes going to pass it up. Not sure why he did that. Perhaps he was looking for a pass but couldn't get it.
So we see here, just as play resumed, that puck coming to a sudden stop. There it is, and the player just instantly realizing, looking down, luckily managing to maintain control.
Thunder have doubled their shots against the Swarm, which in the third period is, very impressive, 26-13. Thunder with the puck. Oh, good shot there. Saved by Harrison. That was shot there by Max Hurring.
Yeah, celebrations in the crowd there from both the Thunder contingent, obviously for a great shot, and also the Swarm recognizing a great save there by Harrison. You're going to see here on the replay, the behind-the-net camera especially, securing that puck nicely.
Yeah, just got her body in the way to make the save. Tula for a bit of a spin, shake a defender off of him. Fontaine, puck
Thunder
Almost
keeping
stopped
that
there.
puck in the zone.
Oh, that was Steitley with a good chance there, not able to make anything from it. Fontaine chipping that up. Manages to sort of get position. The Thunder with it, shot from the point. Harrison sees that all the way of the save.
Yeah, great positioning there for Harrison. No hesitation into the glove, and that will bring play to a stop. We see here once again the Swarm just struggling to get the puck out of their zone, straight to the Thunder player who rips it on net.
That Delmatel with the face-off against Orr. Puck won by the Thunder. Stegman of the puck skating through. Good blocker save by Harrison. Stegman with lots of time and space to choose exactly where he wanted to put it.
Yeah, once again, Harrison seeing that puck coming all the way. Players positioning just opening up enough that really that went straight to her and she could see it with that blocker save. See here behind the net, just that zone opening up straight off the blocker.
Yeah, Grace Harrison definitely the Swarm saving Grace right now. Or winning the face-off. Stegman for a shot from the point, and again, Harrison doing incredibly well to see those fast shots. I mean, those are most of the shots that the Thunder are putting up, are close to the blue line. That doesn't exactly make it easy, though.
3 big saves in rapid succession there for Harrison. You know, that's got to rally the Swarm players, the bench, get their momentum going, surely.
Delmatel does well to chip that puck off of the Thunder's possession. Jacob Hurring with the puck. Battle with it by Jonsson. Jonsson comes away with it, passes that to Sandoy. Swarm need to make a defensive zone exit. Sandoy spinning to get round. He does it. Delmatel with the puck. Pushed by Stegman. Swarm with it. March just falling over there.
He wasn't too happy about that. He sort of stands up and puts his arm out saying, "Where was the call, ref?"
Very close offside there, but they managed to stay on. Jonsson with the puck, going to dump that into the corner. That Blair with the puck now, behind the net.
As we see a comment in the YouTube chat from a few minutes ago, that's not an ice rink, that's a pool. Yeah, it was definitely looking very wet when we started play here for the third period. Almost needed a set of pool floaties. Water safety being important, of course.
Steen picking up the puck in the corner. Ooh, kind of just bubbled it there. Oh no, that's going to hurt on your backside there. Trying to think of the PG term here. Thunder with the puck behind the net. Kushnerek, going back to the old pronunciation there. Messing that up. Eden with the puck, skating through. Oh, shoulder save by Harrison, and puck goes out of the rink.
Yeah, another mega save from Harrison here. That's 4 big saves now in the last couple of minutes here. As we see Eden once again just skating in so deadly with that puck. Harrison just managing to get the shoulder. We'll see here on the behind the net cam as Eden skates in, releases the backhand shot, and just off the right shoulder there, able to make the save. Well done to Harrison.
Face-off won by the Thunder. Glove saved by Harrison, and she freezes that.
That's 5 now, 5 mega saves in the last few minutes.
Yeah, Grace Harrison will definitely not be buying the beers after the game tonight. Fontaine dumping that. Did that go out? I couldn't see. Yes, yep, puck is out. Thunder now need to tag up, as they do. Puck chipped in the corner, just kept in. Tula making a move to get around.
Yeah, Tula not making that mistake from the first period, passing up to, well, Stegman now up on that blue line waiting.
Out well with the puck, trying to work out what to do. Pass to Hay, who gets that to oh, nope. Bounced awkwardly. Beckstead with it. Back to Stegman. Oh, fake slap shot there. Puck to the point. Beckstead with the shot from the point. Another save by Harrison. Yeah, Harrison, I mean, currently she's got the player of the day for the Swarm for me. Definitely keeping
as we see actually there, Josh, the in-arena replay, Harrison actually looking back and up at the replay there. I'm sure feeling pretty happy with herself, knowing that she's keeping the Swarm in this game. Those shots 32-13.
Face off to Harrison's right. Won by the Swarm that time. Just tripping over there, March. Now March with the puck. Stolen by Thunder player. Puck goes out. We go no icing. Must have come off of a Thunder player. Lily picking that up. Pass to the center there. Puck going back and forth. Lily with it. Now to Stephen. Over to Flight. Stephen with it. Enters the zone. Drop pass. Just blocked. Oh, actually saved by Harrison.
And Stephen very nearly picking up a juicy rebound in front of the net there, but Harrison able to just rebound it out of his reach as that puck goes out. Boy, mega weekend of hockey for fans in New Zealand this weekend. We had the Wakatipu Wild playing the Auckland Steel last night and beginning here shortly tonight. Actually, they've just begun, 7 o'clock. As we see the Swarm with a good opportunity, and it's handed over again. The
pass over to Orr. Sorry, continue.
Swarm hosting the Thunder tonight. The Red Devils hosting the Sky City Stampede tonight, and the Dunedin Thunder women hosting the Canterbury Inferno tonight and tomorrow. So all teams, apart from the Admirals and the Marco, being the sort of travelling team playing this weekend, a mega weekend of hockey for fans.
Koptev battling the puck there. Just battling the boards. Swarm get possession. Simon with the puck, passing that up to Hopkinson. Hopkinson takes into the zone. Tried to pass that to Steen. Stegman just trying to chip that out, unable to do so. Kushnerek getting in the way. Enright just sticking his leg out. That's that should be a tripping call there. Tula with the puck. He's just going to skate up. He's got a little bit of space. Chip that into the zone for dump and chase. Atwell and Kushnerek battling up against it, against Stegman. Just trying to keep the puck into the Thunder's zone, but unable to. Enright with it. Takes the shot, but that's blocked. Still in. Hay with it. Kushnerek picks it up in the corner. Passes to Hay. Takes that round. But picked up by Thunder player. Tula with it behind the net.
8 minutes now completed of this third period, and really, to be honest, it's only now that that ice surface is actually starting to look, you know, almost completely dry, and that was with, you know, obviously 8 minutes of play and a few minutes stoppage as well. So hopefully that should be an awkward puck done with for tonight's game.
Eden with the puck on the side there. Shot saved by Harrison. Picked up by Hans. Hans takes a shot. Saved by Harrison. Yeah, that shot count, very, very lopsided. That's pretty ridiculous. 34 to 13.
Harrison making a great save there. Really keeping the Swarm in this game. 2-1 shots, 34 to 13. Dare I say it, this would be a very different game were it not for Grace being in the form that she is tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Michael. We're Dalmatel almost had possession there, but Sandoy with it. Ordis hot behind him. Dalmatel now with the puck, skating through. Trying to get through. Koptev helping him out. Not able to do anything. March with it. Takes the shot. Blocked. I think it was blocked by Beckstead's legs there. Beckstead with it down the side. Ordis takes the shot. Just wide. Darling with the puck. Puts that in the corner for Eden. Eden and Dalmatel facing off. Dalmatel with the hit. Oh, puck just bounces in front. A little dangerous for the Swarm there. Steitley dumps that into the corner, allows for the Thunder to change.
I think what I'm seeing, Josh, is there's just more intensity, almost like there's more willpower coming from the Thunder tonight. You know, those moments where, as we see here, a great, off the post by Flight, a great opportunity for him. But yeah, as I was saying, the intensity from the Thunder just seems to be outpacing the Swarm right now. They are going for those opportunities. They're blocking pucks in the lane. They're diving to, you know, keep pucks in play and or hit them out. to force the Swarm to touch up. So, yeah, very impressive play from the from the Thunder tonight.
March with the puck, passing to Simon, to Kozak, does a little spin, almost keeps possession, but Haring picks that up. Simon with it to Kozak, into the zone, got a bit of support there, shot wide. Wimmer with it, Simon, back into the zone, Kozak, drop pass to Fontaine. Fontaine just gets that puck stolen off of him. Simon skating back. It's going to be an icing call.
You see here on the replay, off the post, Jackson Flight. Boy, he'll be replaying that one in his mind tonight, thinking if I just moved the puck over a few millimeters, that would have been a wonderful goal, but wasn't meant to be tonight. As the Swarm gets set up for a face-off in the Thunder zone.
Dalmatel wins the face-off. Tula taking a shot from the point, not able to get everything onto it though. Hay does a good job at keeping that in. Dumps that into the corner as he had pressure. Kushnerek dodges a hit there. Still the puck. Tried to get into the crease, but it's blocked. Tula just collects that puck up as well. Dalmatel with it. Pass back to his defenseman, Tula. Tula over to Steen. Puck in the corner, picked up by Haring. Blair, Kushnerek, Steen chasing after it. Awkward bounce, almost in front of the net there. Oh, puck goes out of play off of Dalmatel's stick.
We see here once again on the replay, off the post, bounces out and almost could have been picked up by the Thunder player there. Fontaine, I believe that was, able to pick it up and skate that out of the zone.
That very easily could have bounced off of Harrison's back and right into the goal. Goalies need to keep in mind that they're kind of not cheating, not getting a little too ahead. Otherwise, you could get an awkward bounce off your back into the net. Beckstead, a little bit of a dangle there.
Very similar to a play he made last week, where he actually scored on the Admirals down that right side. And we saw Eden there on the far post, I believe it was, getting ready to receive that puck, just not able to connect.
Jonsson skating after it. Oh, puck just went out. Oh, linesman didn't actually have his hand up, so maybe that wasn't the case. March defending. Just blocked wide by Harrison.
Great save by Harrison there. The Swarm player pushing it under her pad to force a stoppage in play.
Yeah, puck behind Harrison. She didn't exactly know where it was, but luckily she's got her teammates backing her up. Good of her to kind of just stayed there and not skated back to in front of the net.
Yeah, Eden, a smart enough player. You see they're wrapping around the goal, realizing the whistle hadn't gone, and getting ready to dive straight in there should an opportunity present itself.
Yeah, got to play to the whistle. Face-off won by Atwell to Simon. Oh, not collected by Kim there. Kozak skating after it, clicks down the corner. Dumped by the Thunder. Harrison collecting that behind the net. Just making it a bit easier for her teammates to collect it. Simon with it. He wants to go for a skate. Unable to make anything of that going over the red line. Simon just took puck to the face. He's clutching his pearls. Kozak with it. Dumps that, bounced off of the boards and hit Richie Hopkinson while he was on the bench.
Interesting, we were talking during the break as we see here this puck. I wonder if we got it on camera here. Yeah, bounces off the player. That in the IIHF rulebook, that players need to be seated on the bench. If they're leaning over, as they often do, and the puck touches them, they can risk a too many men call. So fortunate there for the Swarm, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, the NHL actually started heavily enforcing that rule last season as an official got cut by a skate due to a player sitting on the bench. I hope I have that story correct. Yeah, it is actually a little dangerous. Players need to be sitting down.
Bit of an awkward bounce off the boards as we see a backhand clear opportunity for the Thunder, actually bouncing straight towards their own net, coming off the goal padding and back behind. Swarm just trying to set something up, aren't they? They just haven't been able to find, you know, the cohesion that the Thunder have had.
Yeah, struggling to actually create any danger chances there. I believe they actually haven't gotten a shot on goal this period, which is a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, that'll be 9 shots for the Thunder then so far this period, and none to the Swarm. You know, that is not the way that you want to start a period, and with 6 minutes remaining, you're going to want to change something up very quickly to try and bring this back to a tied game.
Big steal with the puck. Shoved into the boards. Good pass into the slot there. Doesn't create any sort of chance. Referee deems that was tipped, so no chance of icing. I think it was going to be on net anyway. Sandoy with the puck, passing to March. Dalmatau needs to chase after it. Thunder do a good job of just keeping that puck in, but now Sandoy is with it. He's going to skate. Takes a shot just wide. Puck was moving a little weird in the air there. Eden now with the puck. He's alone, but he's able to make chances all by himself. Jonsson had the puck, but Eden just stole that off of him.
Very quick with his hands, isn't he, Eden, as he tries a cheeky shot there, hoping, as we were talking about before, you know, maybe that puck's going to bounce off the goaltender's shoulder and in. You never know.
Oh, Jonsson with the block now is going to try and skate to create his own opportunity. Oh, just not able to make much of it as Stegman breaks that up.
Yeah, great stick there to stop what would have been a highlight reel goal for sure. Block a shot, breakaway and score. As the Thunder here, Stegman takes, Darling rather, takes an opportunity.
A very wide shot there by Darling. Eden now with the puck behind the goal line. Dalmatau with it, chips that out, does well to not have that go right over the glass for a delay of game.
So just under 4.5 minutes remaining, still not a single shot for the Swarm this period, at least by the official scoreboard we have here.
Fontaine now with the puck, makes a move. Oh, just broken up there by Hans.
So, you know, we talk about shot opportunities. That would have been a great one for Fontaine, but broken up there. Nothing came of it.
No icing. We're going to continue playing. Wimmer with the puck. There's a little bit of a spin. Simon with it. Passing over to Atwell, far side. Atwell dumps that in. Awkward bounce off the boards there.
The Botany bounce, isn't it? That's caught out many a team over the years.
Yeah, every rink plays a little differently. Got to be familiar with how the puck's going to bounce off of these boards. Puck getting messy behind the net. Must have been frozen by Harrison there. She did well to stop that play.
So 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third period. A score of 2-1 to your Phoenix Thunder. And the Swarm would like to say a huge thank you to Commercial Painting Limited for their support this season.
Swarm will be looking to eventually pull Harrison to get the extra attacker. I will try and keep an eye out when that happens, as it likely won't happen on camera. Sandoy getting in the way there. March trying to just defend. Thunder just going to keep the puck close to the boards on the outside. Shot by Stegman, not able to get through.
Great opportunity there for Stegman and the Thunder in a very crowded net there for Harrison, who somehow manages to see it. As Wilson collects the puck in his glove, and I think the Swarm players calling for him to release that, but the referee eventually brings it to a stop. We'll take a look here at that replay, this opportunity for, I believe it was Stegman here. Look at that for a crowded net. Somehow that puck was wanting to make its way through.
Face off won by the Thunder. Going to try and chip that out off the boards. Marsh does well to keep it in play though. Takes a shot. Must have hit the other side of the net there. Thunder now streaking down the side. Lilly loses possession. Beckstead now with it. Oh, just a toe drag. Just get into the zone. Behind the back pass. Harrison with the save.
A mega save there from Harrison, losing her stick in the process. Fortunately, play going the other way, but an incredible save. How many times have we said that tonight, Josh?
Yeah, so many times. Everyone's falling over here as well.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the third period. Harrison looking towards the bench, but no signs yet.
Delmatau the puck in the corner. Passes that behind himself for Jonsson. Swarm need to get a player in front of the net. Jonsson's being held onto there. Beckstead with the puck. Eden with it. Back to Stegman. Thunder just going to take their time. Wind that clock down. Simon picks that pass off. Not cleanly though. Wimmer now with the puck. Looking for a pass. Back pass to Fontaine.
Harrison a couple of times now skating towards the top of her crease, almost waiting as she puts her arm up calling, and they have called it. Harrison coming off. Delmatau on the ice now. Empty net for the Swarm. Bad timing is slightly...
What a save by Delmatau, putting his body on the line. Fontaine entering the zone, just loses an edge.
So Delmatau able to see that transition play happen and skate back and dive, saving the puck. That definitely would have been a goal.
Thunder now with the puck. They're going to dump for the chance of the icing. No, they're going to get the pass. Should be a goal. Empty net here. Scored by Taylor. 3-1 Thunder.
As Delmatau sort of reclines backwards with frustration. I don't think there was much more he could have done there as he tries to block that, but the Thunder player just waiting it out. Well, 56 seconds to go. 3-1 to the Phoenix Thunder. That's 2 shots for the Swarm in the last 19 minutes and 4 seconds.
Yeah, that kind of play is not going to help you win a game. Just a little bit of a discussion here with the refs. No, I think we're all good. No one heading to the box for the last 56 seconds.
So as we said earlier, Josh, very early yet in this 2025 season. The second round of points games for the Swarm with many to go. There will too be a break for about 5 weeks as we see a bit of a discussion here, but I think
it's a penalty to Chris Eden here.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Something. No, maybe not. We're just taking a face-off outside the zone.
So it'll be interesting to see, how the season changes as we break for, I believe it's about 5 weeks or so during the World Championships in April and May. By then teams would have all of their import players. As we see here, almost an opportunity for the Thunder to close out the game even more. But yeah, look, very long season ahead. We've got game 2 tomorrow, obviously, for the Swarm. They're not going to be happy. A 3-1 loss. No one's happy with losing. And the best part about game 2 tomorrow is they can try something different. I don't know what that something different will be. But like I said tonight, the Thunder have just had that intensity, I think, that the Swarm have been missing. So 24 hours from now, we would do it all again, as that brings us to the end of the game. The Thunder bench emptying quickly and the team embracing Wilson, their goaltender, celebrating the 3-1 victory over the Botany Swarm. So the Thunder solidify their place at the top of the table, at least for now, Josh.
Yes, I think they'll have a 6-point lead currently. Oh no, because the Stampede won tonight, I'm guessing. So it'll only be a 3-point lead, but still good to see another team up on top of the standings. I think the theme for this year is going to be parity. We just don't know who's going to win on the night. We had the Swarm last weekend beat the Stampede on Friday but lose on Saturday. We very well could potentially see the Swarm win tomorrow night. But yeah, we're going to have to kind of show up and find out.
So that does bring us to the end of tonight's game, ladies and gentlemen. But as we mentioned, an absolute ripper of a weekend of hockey. Go check out the New Zealand Women's Ice Hockey League, the Wakatipu Wild playing the Auckland Steel, and the Dunedin Thunder women hosting the Canterbury Inferno. Those games will still be going, so go check that out on the NZIHL, the New Zealand Women's Ice Hockey League YouTube channel. And that'll end it from us tonight here at Botany. As we said, we'll be back again tomorrow for Game 2 against the Thunder. Any closing words, Josh?
Yeah, I'm going to quickly rush home to try and watch the rest of the NZIHL as well. Those are very exciting games. Yeah, be looking forward to tomorrow night's game. Who knows what's going to happen?
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. On behalf of myself, Michael Domigan, and Josh Kretschmar, we wish you a great evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for Game 2 between the Botany Swarm and the Phoenix Thunder.